Let's take a look at your Gaston County area. Blue skies. It looks like it's kind of steamy out there. What else do you expect, Chris Mulcahy?
Nothing.
Yeah.
That's it. Back to you.
Awesome.
It's gross.
That's all I have to say. Nothing.
It just looks like it sits there, and then you're playing baseball and you gotta stand out there in the outfield.
Yeah.
And
Have you all been to a Ghost Peppers game yet?
Harleen, you have, right? Or you've been there.
Yes, I have been. I went when it was still formerly the Hunting Hunters.
I noticed, yes. And I highly recommend it. It's a smaller stadium, of course, but
Yes.
it's a good time.
It's cute.
Yeah, it is
It's
really
very
cute.
stadium.
I hear
Yeah.
it's a really nice, stadium and good to just.
Not a bad seat.
There is not a bad
exactly.
seat.
That's
Yeah.
what I heard.
And I'm not trying to. This isn't slander or anything, but JT and I were there for Star Wars Appreciation Day.
Awesome.
And he kept on wanting to go see the bad guys.
Right.
So he was actually more excited to see Sith Lords than he was the actual mascot.
I love that.
Yeah, so he was very excited to see the bad guys, and I don't know who the evil princess is. She was blonde. But he was terrified of the mascot. So I just think it was really funny.
A lot of kids are.
Yeah,
though.
Right.
And say, hey, I guess it's a good mascot then, because the Ghost Pepper tried an intimidation factor, but I just thought it was funny you'd rather hang out with the dark side.
The dark
than
side of the mascot.
actual Ghost Pepper. But anyways, we are Ghost Pepper Red for today. It's still hot, but not as hot, so letting you know that we are trending in a good direction. Today and tomorrow just aren't as bad. I still think you could feel as much as 100 to 104 just in general. But yeah, no, we've been on an absolute tear recently as far as those temperatures go. And I'm actually, in the meantime, going to bring up some other data while we're looking at this graphic, because our heat indices have been jumping and jiving. And yesterday, officially, we got up to 104.8 for a max. The day before that was 107.3, 106.5. So, yeah, we've been...
Sounds like radio stations.
Yeah, I know. You're watching 106.5, the heat index. Yeah, and we are luckily trending down for a little bit today. I think it's more about the 100 to 104 range. But we're also starting to see more storms as we continue each and every day. So the more storms that we see potentially could cool us down. That usually leads to a little bit more cloud cover as well. And some other stats and data is like how much time that we've actually spent at that 100-degree point, where first off, we hit 109. That was a little bit earlier in the season. That was one of the hottest that we've ever seen so far. And then there's also been multiple hours that we typically spend anywhere from about 23 to 26 hours at 100 plus. Well, we've actually done it over 80 so far this year. So it really just shows a testament about where things have been compared to previous years just in general. So just try to stay as cool as possible. I'm happy to say things are going in a good direction. Our heat advisory is from 11 until 8 o'clock today, so we're still going to be feeling it. Our current temperature is already up to 82 degrees. This morning, also, temperatures dropped down to the mid-70s, so we did not have a record warm start to the day, so that helps. Not saying that you're not going to have it. As far as our current heat index, let's see. Sorry, I'm having some... graphics are jumping all over the place. Current temperature right there is actually feels still more like 88. So I just wanted to really prove about how much the heat index is actually going to be a factor for the time being. So we're really feeling it already 88. So we will feel anywhere from about 100 to 105. I think 105 to 107 could still be the max, but close to that 105 mark is definitely going to be the hotter realm. Today's high is 98 degrees. So going to be close to 100, just not hitting 100. Which not complaining about. And officially, since we did hit 100 yesterday, the high was 101. That is now the 13th time in Charlotte history that we had 3 days or more of 100 degrees. So yeah, you were a part of a record stretch. And if we do hit it today and exceeds expectation, that would only be the 4th time in history that we've done 4 in a row. So our last of the heat wave today, then again tomorrow, mainly from noon until 6, or our window of the oppressive, dangerous heat is starting to narrow. And then the high heat index about 105. I think it does come down a little bit by tomorrow. Today we're seeing a max about 104 to 107. This is all model data that I tried to skew for tomorrow. It shows very similar ranges, but I think it's going to be a little bit closer to about 103 to 105. And then our dew points are also heading in a very steamy direction. Whenever they're close to about 77, 78, that is some near tropical air, and that's exactly what we have for your Thursday, Friday. That also translates to some of our best rain chances. But we're actually going to be back to almost just a sticky range come Sunday to Monday, and those days are going to be in the lower to the mid-80s because that heat dome is breaking. And when that breaks down, that doesn't allow us to get up to that oppressive 100-degree point that keeps us away from the records and actually a little bit closer to normal, and that's where we'll be a couple days from now. And eventually, once you get to this orange color that you see in here, well, now it's just the usual flow. And then if you start shifting things from the northwest that we start to do here, and a cold front rolls through, that's why we are heading the opposite direction. Not complaining. Likely chance for rain Thursday and Friday, and then scattered on Saturday. So let's get to the near-term rain chances. We have a chance for a pop-up storm after 2 o'clock. There'll be pop-up turning to scattered thunderstorms through the afternoon, heading through the evening, winding things down by about 2 to 3 a.m. Last night we heard some rumbles of thunder. Not everyone did. You did, Jane?
I sure did. Woke me up 12:39.
See? Yeah.
It was loud and rolling, and I thought, oh my, that's that pop-up shower thunderstorm.
And we brought this up yesterday. There'll be some that will be woken up by big loud ones and then that rolling thunder. We have that environment again. It's called a temperature inversion. So if we do have them after you go to sleep, which is a possibility up till 2, could be woken up by it again. Now, if you are a dense sleeper like me, you have no idea what's going on. You sleep right through it.
My husband slept right through
it. Yep. I know. I feel it's more of a male thing that we can just sleep through everything, is what I've generally seen. So but it could be anyone. At least that's what my wife was telling me. She's like, you could sleep through a hurricane. Anyways, we are looking at a chance for more storms for your Wednesday, and then for your Thursday, it's more the usual pattern that we pick up some showers and thunderstorms up into the mountains, and then it starts to become a little bit more widely scattered through the afternoon. So again, that just backs up my estimate that it is going to be a better chance for storms Thursday into Friday. By that point, we should have our last 90-degree Thursday. We're going to be very close Friday. Even if we hit that, that's day 26 at 90 plus. That would still solidify that number 4 spot, but we're not moving up that chart because we are for sure dropping into the 80s this Saturday, Sunday. Saturday likely will be overcast and mostly cloudy, and then we're back to the mid 80s on Monday, where Sunday and Monday you might actually see more sunshine, and it actually doesn't feel super humid. So those days are shaping up to be pretty good, just with a chance for an isolated storm. So a nice little break overall.
Amazing. We can't wait for the weekend for so many reasons, but at least we're stepping down.
Yes.
One half step at a time.
We're getting there.
We are going in the right direction.
And July officially took over the number 2 spot for the hottest on record, and it will not lose it. So welcome to the second hottest July in Charlotte history.
All right. A record broken almost.
We were close.
Something-
1993 is going to be tough to beat, and we don't want to beat that.
Yeah, I was like a distinction we don't really need or want. All right. Thank you, Chris Mulcahy.
Take care.